Hey guys, what's up? It's your man Pete, and we're back with another market update, this time for September 2020. And I promise you this one is going to be very interesting. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of changes happening around the city, and you need to know about it, especially if you're a home buyer or even a home seller. So we'll get into the details of that right after this, guys. Okay, we are back. So the Toronto Real Estate Board released their numbers, I think a couple of days ago, and the numbers were doggone shocking, surprising, and it blew away all types of forecasts or estimates because frankly, we don't have any forecasts or estimates during these unusual times, which makes the news even more shocking because of the level of activity that's been happening in the region. There was 42.3% more sales transactions happening in the month of September than we did in September of 2019. Whew! September 2019, that felt like a lifetime ago. But while the increase is a pretty ridiculous number, let's just put things into perspective a little bit, because typically September is a bit of a slower month. It's more like we're coming back from vacation season and we're trying to get warmed up and ramped up again for the busy fall buying season. So what you'll normally see in a normal year in September is the first 2 weeks or even the first 3 weeks are pretty slow because home buying activity, in particular for houses, corresponds with the school year for children when they go back to school. And so when you're coming back from vacation, you're really just focusing on getting the kids back to school. Not a lot of people are thinking about buying and selling. It's still a pretty good month, but it wasn't ridiculous like this one here because people were buying right off from the beginning of the month, and there's momentum coming from the months of August, July, and June. What I also think is baked into that number that there's actually changes happening because of the pandemic. And so I think maybe there's a lot of people upgrading and maybe getting out of condos, getting out of townhouses, looking to get more space, because we saw a huge jump in activity in the 905 region, more so than in Toronto, because we might be seeing a permanent shift or lifestyle change where you don't have to commute to work or come into the office anymore. Because the whole appeal of living in a condo is to be in a great location so you don't have to commute to work, so that you can have a more busier and active lifestyle and just sort of be around the buzz and activity of a vibrant city. But when all of those things and all of those elements are not there anymore, where you don't need to sacrifice space so you can save time, make those really important decisions, now you can just clearly go for the space or buy the house that you've always wanted. And like I always say to my clients, you can't replace space. And being from Toronto, where we were raised in houses, that's what we feel most comfortable with. And that's what we eventually want to end up in is a house as we get older and grow and want our families to have more space. So that shift might actually be happening right now as we speak. With fresh news coming out today from Washington State that Microsoft has formally announced that they will allow their employees, all 150,000 of them worldwide, to permanently work from home. So this is following earlier news when Facebook announced this, when Twitter announced this, and also Square. This is probably not going to be the last time we're going to see another tech company or any company allow their employees to permanently work from home. It's almost going to be like dominoes falling, and there's going to be more and more companies, I think, that are going to announce this. And this is going to have a huge impact on real estate, particularly a negative impact on commercial real estate and offices, and a shifting of demand and where the money is going from smaller spaces like condos and apartments to actual homes maybe outside of the city. Because all you really need right now is an internet connection and you can work from anywhere. In fact, in the article, Microsoft even mentioned that there's the possibility some of their employees could even move countries with special permission, of course, from up top. And then we're also hearing stories of people that want to leave these mega cities like Los Angeles or New York because of overcrowding, the strain on the municipal systems, and of course the affordability and the high cost of living. And while I don't necessarily see that happening here in Toronto and the greater Toronto region, I think right now though we are seeing a dramatic shift in people who can afford, maybe a same price for a condo. They want to be able to buy and get bigger space and be able to live a little bit further out of the city. If they're primarily just going to be working from home anyways, you might as well get the space and you're going to need an office at home. And so definitely interesting times that we're going through. I never thought we would see this, but it is happening and it's real. And I don't want to just specifically necessarily point to the virus as being the reason why this is happening. Obviously, it's moving a lot of things forward in our lives, especially in the realm of technology, the tools that we use to work and collaborate with our coworkers. But when it comes to these big mega cities and these big metropolises, the idea is that when people want to work and live inside the city, they want to have the active nightlife. They need to be able to go to work and save time on the commute. They have to, and they should be willing to pay a higher cost to do that. But when that's no longer an option or it's no longer necessary, once those announcements and those permanent changes happen within the corporate structure, we're going to begin to see a lot more people shifting out and moving out into the suburbs. We're already seeing that in the 905 region because there's better value, there's more space, and the necessity of commuting is not really there anymore. And in fact, companies are finding it cheaper to run this way too. So again, we saw a huge jump in activity. The average price went from, I think, 840,000 to 960,000. And usually when you see big jumps like that, that is usually because of people buying homes and the bidding activity happening in houses. So that's sort of where you really want to be right now. I'm not so bullish on condominium living, but there is still demand for condo, not quite what we're seeing in houses and in particular in the 905 region. So if you have any comments or anything that you can add to the conversation, please feel free to leave a comment below. If you have any specific questions, please feel free to give us an email. So if you need more help in your home buying search or you need to sell your home or condo, please give us a shout here at Selling Toronto. We'll take great care of you. So thanks for watching, guys. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button, give us a like, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.